move on to the finals. ZHANG Jike is known to be a power player in many of the most important matches. When the stage, I guess the bigger the stage, the bigger results you can expect from ZHANG Jike. You could hear the screams of the fans when ZHANG Jike's name was called. They screamed loud. There were tons of fans hanging out at the hotel at 3 and 4 in the morning in the lobby waiting for ZHANG Jike to come home last night. Don't know if it was safe for him, but he's a pretty strong guy, and most of them were teenage girls, so I think he would have been attacked by photographs and selfies, which I think he can survive. Although if they're never ending, you never know. ZHANG Jike with an explosive backhand near the table, right off the bounce. Xu Xin a little bit weaker on the backhand side, and Liao Pei, our umpire from China. As the music suggests, this match is going to be very intense. The forehand of Xu Xin is the weapon not to be reckoned with. In 2012 in Shanghai in the China Open, when Xu Xin last beat ZHANG Jike, he ended up moving on to win China Open. Although the last China Open in Suzhou, Xu Xin lost in the finals to Ma Long after advancing in the semifinals. Xu Xin tends to get a little bit farther from the table than ZHANG Jike. He's been known to lob from time to time heavy side spin shots. His reverse penhold backhand is developing, but still weaker than the forehand side. This is a best-of-7 match, so I have a funny feeling that at the start they might be feeling each other out a little bit. These two are not only teammates, but longtime friends. Both ball, excited for the World Cup, and both fans of hip-hop. Having lunch the other day, they're good friends, but when they're on the table, competitors to the core. There are no coaches in the corner for this China-China semifinal. So ZHANG Jike will start us off with the first serve in game 1, love all. Nice forehand flip over backhand, and ZHANG Jike takes the first point. Spinning reverse penhold backhand from over the table. Xu Xin ties it up 1-all. Did not expect to see ZHANG Jike back that far this early in the match. From way off the table, counters stepping around the backhand to get right back in the point. All started with Xu Xin's forehand flip over the table. Soft touch, a little bit too soft. ZHANG Jike with an early lead, 3-1. Big reverse penhold backhand into the net. ZHANG Jike extends his lead, 4-1. Excellent touch shot just on the side of the ball. ZHANG Jike leaves it on the table. Side spin and a bit of underspin. Xu Xin Jiao, the crowd, right behind Xu Xin. The girl fans on the other side of the arena cheering for ZHANG Jike. Big reverse penhold backhand. Xu Xin getting ready to follow it with a huge forehand attack. This is going to be a competition of whose fans are louder. backhand to backhand. Xu Xin showing more power right now. Changes the pace on the last ball, a little bit more spin, and Zhang Jike's feet were a little flat as he went for that shot. So than 50-50 with that reverse penhold backhand. Two nice backhands in a row, and the forehand creates a nice opportunity for Zhang Jike to catch the ball. Xu Xin with a slow start, down 3-7 in game one. Zhang Jike with an excellent receive from deep on the table to keep it so short. Very comfortable touch. Too good. Zhang Jike with a sweeping forehand deep to the backhand side as Xu Xin steps around. This ball right here blocked way out wide to the forehand. Zhang Jike stepping in and taking that valuable real estate right on top of the table. Yeah, forehand flip. Zhang Jike disappointed in himself. Not an easy shot, but he makes it a lot. What a backhand rip. Xu Xin with that reverse penhold backhand wide out to the forehand. It's getting faster and faster, that reverse penhold backhand. A little bit of a miss hit from Zhang Jike. The serve has not been earning Xu Xin an easy third ball. We expect to see a little bit more help from his serve. There we go, a little bit of extra wrist action to get some underspin on that ball. Now only trailing by 2. Big backhand punch right off the bounce. Zhang Jike can pull out those shots when you least expect them. And now he has 3 game points, up 10-7 with the serve. Lead service. Goes for the big backhand, reverse penhold backhand on the counter, but not able to do it. And Zhang Jike takes the first game 11-7. Game 2 coming up just shortly.
Second game, Xu Xin to serve.
Back for game 2, Xu Xin starting off with the serve down 0-1. 2 spinning with the forehand. Zhang Jike blocks it out. 1-0 for Xu Xin. Looked like it caught the side. Umpire agrees that it did. Xu Xin was outside the table. Ball stayed there. Oh, Zhang Jike is saying it hit. Well, that's a sign of great sportsmanship. Tough to tell. Zhang Jike says yes, it was good. Down 0-2. Strong forehand makes it 3-0 for Xu Xin. Despite the score on the screen, it is 0-3. And that's 4-0 for Xu Xin. Great start for Xu Xin after losing the first game. Xu Xin saying the point didn't count. Let service maybe. That point definitely counted. Now 5-0 for world rank number 1. Fast and long to the backhand, taken out wide with the receive, and on the run, Xu Xin misses a forehand that we see him make many, many times. A little less extra wrist action from ZHANG Jike as he brings that ball wide out to the forehand. Over the table forehand flip from ZHANG Jike. Starts his comeback. 2 points in a row. Big forehand from the backhand corner. Covers the ball, side-swiping it deep into that forehand. Xu Xin still with a 4-point lead, up 6-2. Excellent reverse penhold backhand. Up that backhand as teammates discovered that he would always run around it and exploit that weakness and force him to use his feet more than possible. So now Xu Xin has to show him that he's got a second wing. They're going to have to find a new way to beat him. Heavy underspin to the middle of the table. Xu Xin getting it right off the bounce, but still eaten up by that spin. Clever shot by Xu Xin in the middle of that rally. But ZHANG Jike stays in there, not bothered by it. Only trailing by 2. Was down 0-5 and is now down 5-7. Xu Xin's got it. Excellent placement on the forehand after one shot into the backhand side, sees the open table and hits it short, the short side to the forehand. Crowd cheering in the middle of the rally. Hear people shouting. People very passionate about their favorite players. Half of the arena Xu Xin, the other half ZHANG Jike. Spinny, spinny ball. Xu Xin up 9-6. Lead service.
6-9.
A little bit too high. ZHANG Jike goes for the shot. Big forehand. Don't see him miss that ball too often, but I think he knows that if he doesn't make it really wide, Xu Xin's going to bring it right back to the short forehand side of the table. Unforced service error from 10-6 to 10-7. 3 more game points left for Xu Xin. And he gets away with it. 11-7 in game 2. It is now tied up at 1 game apiece. Game 3 will be back in just a minute. Game 3, the players are back, and ZHANG Jike has a serve to start it off. Lead service.
The ball.
Big forehand clips the top of the net and then sails long. And so far this match, we've seen ZHANG Jike farther from the table than Xu Xin. Gets a little bit relaxed, knows that he's got his counter loop to get back into the table if he needs it. And that ball's just too wide. Even the strong legs of ZHANG Jike can't get him there. The jumping forehand Hooking with side spin and top spin, just long. You're not going to see too many points go that way. Xu Xin just fishing from the back court, using a traditional pen hold backhand on and off after the reverse. ZHANG Jike just mishitting the last ball. Long serve into the backhand with a bit of top spin, and ZHANG Jike follows with the attack. Takes the lead, 3-2. Beautiful reverse pen hold backhand. Banana flip style over the table. Sends ZHANG Jike on the run, chopping and trying to block it to keep it back up. Forehand chop block. Beautiful flip over the table on the forehand side from Xu Xin. And he's up 4-3. Grunting opening backhand by ZHANG Jike, but Xu Xin is up for it. ZHANG Jike now serving at 3-5. After an amazing touch shot, Xu Xin bringing it back, floating with a bit of side spin and underspin, and ZHANG Jike lifts it. One more tricky shot from Xu Xin does not go on the table. 1 point game. The big reverse pen hold backhand following the first spinning one. It's tied up. The last 2 points have gone to ZHANG Jike. 5-all. Perfect placement right on the elbow of ZHANG Jike. Xu Xin taking the point. Unforced there to give up the lead. Serves it into the net, and it's 6-all. Tied up in games, 1 each. Tied up in points, 6 each. Oh, and he gives the gift right back. There is no re-gifting in table tennis. Does not even open the present. Leaves it wrapped and gives it right back to Xu Xin, and now it's 6-7. Big forehand, low trajectory, heavy topspin, sneaking under the paddle of Xu Xin. Heavy underspin serve, deceptive delivery. 8-7, Xu Xin takes the lead back. After the first block with the reverse pen hold backhand, goes to put a little pace and spin on it of his own. Ball hits the hand, and it's tied up at 8-all. Shots, one after the other. 2 forehands deep into the backhand corner and then wide out to the forehand side. Xu Xin showing that forehand to the crowd and to his opponent, ZHANG Jike. Heavy underspin serve on the high toss. ZHANG Jike pulled into the body just a little bit. Seemed like Xu Xin might have been able to read it, but was not able to read how much underspin was on it. Now it's 9-all. Xu Xin with the final 2-serve combo this game. Unbelievable shot. 2 blocks from Zhang Jike, jumping just to stay on top of the ball, and as he works it into the backhand corner, Xu Xin steps around and loops it wide out to the forehand. Just that moment where Zhang Jike started to turn to step around and get his forehand into play himself, Xu Xin noticed it and hit it out the other way. Game point, Xu Xin. Lead service.
10-9.
And the wide forehand cross court does it again. 11-9. Xu Xin takes game 3 and goes up 2-1. Game 4 coming back in just a moment.
Fourth game. Xin to serve. Level.
Game 4, Xu Xin to start off the serve, leads 2-1 in games.
1 love.
Big wristy backhand there from below the table by Zhang Jike, loaded with spin.
One all.
Short ball over the table. Zhang Jike a little late to get there. Not able to convert the point. 1-2. Good timing by Zhang Jike. Steps in, gets the ball right off the bounce. When he can make that shot over the table, it leaves very little time for Xu Xin to react. 2 each. Backhand shot block from Xu Xin. Ball sails long. A lot of cheers for Xu Xin that time. No response from the Zhang Jike fans in the crowd. Big forehand counter loop from Xu Xin, right into the middle. Strong play, and it's still tied up at 3 points apiece in game 4. Off the top of the net and almost the edge of the table. A little bit of a dead spin ball there. Zhang Jike takes the lead 4-3. Unbelievable reverse penhold backhand right off the bounce and as wide as they come. Very threatening shot by Xu Xin. Looked like the woman behind the barrier was talking to Xu Xin after that. Beautiful shot, leaving no time for Zhang Jike to get over there. Spinny, spinny receive, that backhand over the table, Chinese style. Zhang Jike's specialty. Xu Xin now trailing by 1, 4-5. First shot from the hip, next one he gets a better swing at it, catches the edge of his blade. Now that Zhang Jike's ahead, the fans are awake and cheering for him. When they needed him most, when he needed them most, where were they? They were quietly believing in him. Zhang Jike, that's the thing we're hearing. Xu Xin right now, the fans cheering as he's down, and they need to be there for him. Serve goes a little bit long. Xu Xin loading it with spin, and Zhang Jike going for the over-the-table backhand. Snaps. A little bit overdone there. Xu Xin did a good job of keeping it very spinny on his receive. Now a 2-point game. Xu Xin down 5-7. There it is again, that reverse penhold backhand. RPB for future reference, just amazing. Xu Xin has won an excellent percentage of points using that shot, and he takes it right off the bounce. Fast long push by Zhang Jike into the body, not allowing Xu Xin to get set up. Taking an off-balance shot, standing pretty upright. Zhang Jike maintains his 2-point lead. Very smart placement right into the body by Zhang Jike. As Xu Xin tries to step around to set up for his forehand, he leaves open the forehand court. I think he knows that was a mistake. The timing was not right to step around. Zhang Jike's got a good look at taking this to game 5 at 2 games each. Lead service. Once again, this is a 4 out of 7 match. First player to win 4 games wins. Huge forehand flip over the table by Xu Xin. That ball was gone from the second it touched his rubber. Serving 9. Very difficult ball to get near the ground. Xu Xin trying to spin it up, but still keep it deep enough on the table that Zhang Jike cannot just rip it. And now it's 3 game points against Xu Xin. Beautiful forehand flip off the top of the net. Zhang Jike almost brings it back. 1 game point fought off. Zhang Jike is fast. I didn't even see him get his towel, but when the ball came back, he was wiping the table with it. Where did that come from? Did he keep it in his pocket? I doubt it. It's a big towel. 2 game points left for Zhang Jike. And that's all. 11-8 in game 4, and now we're going to be going to game 5 dead even at 2 games apiece. Stick around. Back for game 5 of the men's singles semifinals with Zhang Jike versus Xu Xin at 2 games apiece in the best 4 out of 7. Oh no! What a recovery from Zhang Jike as the ball stays near the net, and then Xu Xin playing it soft into the body. Zhang Jike hits it facing away from the table. Point could have continued. A little bit of help off the top of the net again, and then shoot forehand side. Great shot. See the apology to friend and competitor. Spinny opening backhand from Zhang Jike, but no problem for Xu Xin taking it to the short side of the table for a 3-0 lead. little bit of a misread from Xu Xin as he goes for the reverse penhold backhand. Underspin serve deceptively heavy again from ZHANG Jike. That's been the one that's fooled him the most. That time a much shorter receive, well, a little bit longer than the one into the net, but very short, close to the net. Xu Xin adjusted nicely. It is now 4-2 for Xu Xin. I could be wrong, but I think there might be a street fight outside between the fans of Xu Xin and ZHANG Jike after this match. Finishes the rally with ZHANG Jike way away from the table playing defense. You can see some of the fighters in the crowd right now. Teenage girls ready to do whatever it takes for their player to win. ZHANG Jike now trailing 3-5. Very spinny ball by ZHANG Jike after a side spin swiping chop from Xu Xin. These are the creative, innovative shots you get from Xu Xin, which is one of the reasons he's such a delight to watch play. Never know what's going to happen. Little slow first penhold backhand over the table. ZHANG Jike puts the next ball past him. I feel like there should be a boy band created by the Chinese men's national team. ZHANG Jike could be the lead singer, or at least the guy that's on the poster for all the albums. Heavy underspin deep into the backhand, sort of middle of the table. ZHANG Jike not able to adjust and lift. I don't think the feet were in the right place for that shot. Beautiful opening there. The serve earns a nice third ball attack for Xu Xin in his reverse penhold backhand. There's one of those clever shots again as ZHANG Jike arches his back to spin it. Very spinny, comes in low to the forehand side, and Xu Xin left with a desperate shot from near the ground. Point, unbelievable shots. You could hear the crowd oohing and hawing. There's some of the fans right now with a picture of ZHANG Jike drawn by hand clearly, but impressively. Look at this point. Side spinning ball. Xu Xin lobbed. There was a rip in the middle of that rally that came right back to the table. Would have won the point against almost anybody in the world. But on this table right now, you've got two of the world's best. So once again, the point isn't over until it's over. The 2 points before this went to ZHANG Jike, and Xu Xin takes the lead back, now up 8-7. The men in the crowd cheering for Xu Xin. Beautiful reverse penhold backhand right down the middle of the table. Excellent shot, very patient. Xu Xin waits for it to come off the long, wide side of the table on the forehand, spins it up to the short side of the table, and now Zhang Jike is fighting off 3 game points. And he's not able to fight any of them off. It is 11-7 in game 5 for Xu Xin. 2, hoping to make it to the men's singles finals. Game 6 in just a bit. So Xu Xin will serve up 3 games to 2. It's game 6. Love all. Fast feet of Zhang Jike running around the backhand corner, trying to play the wide angle. Xu Xin quickly reacting as well. See Wang Hao there in the front row of the crowd. No way, almost. Barely reaches the first ball to the forehand, and then the ball's hit behind him. And he goes for a chop with a spin just to get back in the point. Does not land. Beautiful forehand out wide to the forehand side of the table. Leaves Zhang Jike reaching just to cover. Counter with the reverse penhold backhand, clipping the top of the net and going out. It's 2 points each. Not sure what's happening. Maybe it's the crowd screams stopping the game. Beautiful reverse penhold backhand after a soft spinny ball to the middle. Just steps in and lets go with that wrist. Amazing shot. Serves deep into the backhand side with a bit of topspin on the reverse pendulum. You can hear the masculine voices again cheering for Xu Xin, trying to compensate for all the teenage girls screaming for Zhang Jike. Unbelievable point. What touch from both players. Chop blocks so short. Love watching these two play because you know you're going to get a lot of clever points. Xu Xin hangs on, waits patiently. Ball to the opposite corner, going on the forehand side. Xu Xin's forehand definitely devastating, but his backhand right now, I say, is holding him up. So spinny, slow and spinny. He apologizes. Looks like it might have been a bit of a mishit. It's the backhand that's shown up for the party. And the backhand is what makes it so that Zhang Jike is not able to exploit the open court. Zhang Jike calls a timeout. Down 3-6 and down 2 games to 3. It's a good time to try and make a change. No coaches in the corner. Zhang Jike's just got to think about what he's going to do. Serve combination. It's tricky. Maybe something deep to the middle of the table. Maybe half long to the middle. Xu Xin's got great touch. Strong on the backhand side. Even stronger on the forehand side. Not a lot of holes in the game. Loops to the center. Xu Xin trying to step around there, choosing the forehand. Xu Xin ready to go for the behind the back shot. We've seen it attempt it many, many times. Doesn't make it often. It's a tough ball. ZHANG Jike goes to hit it behind him. Strong serve, subtle topspin. 2-point game. ZHANG Jike split the points after the timeout. Very spinny ball by ZHANG Jike over the table with the backhand receive. And Xu Xin's backhand, the RPB, not able to cover. And now Xu Xin calls the timeout. He knows this is very important for him. He's up 7-4. The last 2 points have gone to ZHANG Jike. Changes that have to be made by Xu Xin. Could it just be to break momentum? If this goes to game 7, timeout. Xu Xin hasn't won a lot of serves outright. The heavy underspin is the one that's gotten ZHANG Jike the most. Umpire's throw catches the edge of the table, sending Xu Xin for a little walk. A little bit of extra time to think about what he's going to do. Oh, goes for the high-risk serve, topspin kicking to the backhand corner. Does not succeed, and now it is tied up at 7-all. A little bit too high, a little bit too close to the net, and ZHANG Jike steps in to take the point. Quite a run. 4 points in a row for ZHANG Jike. From 4-7 down, he's now up 8-7. What a shot, Xu Xin, so soft. Beautiful touch, and it gets a second bounce on the table. ZHANG Jike waiting for Godot on that one. After a backhand shot block by Xu Xin, ZHANG Jike had done another soft shot of his own. Forehand counter loop. Starts his break a little bit early, doesn't put enough lift on it. Keeps it on the backhand corner where you want to pin the defensive player in a point. Looked like he could have gone to the forehand as ZHANG Jike started to turn, but stayed safe and won the point. 9-all. Xu Xin 2 points away from closing out this. Top of the net, lucky break. ZHANG Jike recovers it, and then the next net ball stays on his own side of the table. And now ZHANG Jike has a game point to take this to game 7. The big flip over the table does not land. Xu Xin finds the score at 10-10. It is deuce and 3 games to 2 for Xu Xin. Excellent point, wide out to the forehand side. Xu Xin recovering, starting to lob, but not able to take the point. Zhang Jike with another game point. Beautiful reverse penhold backhand from off the table by Xu Xin. It's tied back up at 11-all. Crowd very into this match right now. These points could determine who's in the finals. Forehand flip by Xu Xin over the table, and he's earned himself a match point. Zhang Jike has his back up against the ropes with nobody in his corner. The fan club fills the seats, but there's no coach waiting for him. Makes the point. Ball comes just off the top of the net and then just long as he loops it, and Xu Xin goes for a counter loop, just missing the back edge of the table. 12 points each in game 6. Forehand, so much speed and so much spin. Low out wide to the forehand side, and it's another match point for Xu Xin. And Xu Xin has done it with a spinny reverse penhold backhand and a counter loop. He takes down Zhang Jike, the 2-time world champion of men's singles, 4-2, 14-12 in Game 6, and he will be waiting in the finals for the winner of Fan Zhendong and Ma Long coming up next in our men's singles semifinals at the China Open in Chengdu, Sichuan, China. Stick around.